Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to learn past perfect tense. It has two use cases. Look at the structure. Subject plus had plus V3 plus object. In this video we are going to talk about first use case. Look at the definition. One completed action before another completed action. Suppose two actions happened in the past. At the time we use past perfect tense. We will see examples one by one. She had bought a seat to study CSC before she wrote the entrance exam, which means first happened action is she had bought a seat in a college to study CSC computer science before she wrote the entrance exam. First happened action is had bought a seat. She had bought a seat. Second action, she wrote the entrance exam. I hope this is clear. We will see some more examples to understand the concept clearly. Examples always help us to understand any concept. That's why I try to make at least 5 to 6 examples for every concept. Another 3 examples. Before you graduated, you had already got a job, which means two actions happened in the past. First action was you had already got a job before you graduated, before you completed your studies in that college. You had already got a job. You had attended campus placements and got a job. She had stopped to fight with her young brother when her father came. First happened action was she had stopped to fight with her younger brother. At the time her father came. This is the second happened action. We had bought all required books before the college opened. The college was going to open. Before that, we had bought all required books. This is the first action, and before the college opened, this is the second action. And one more thing, when we have two completed actions in the past, if you want to specify which action happened first, then use past perfect tense for first action. For second action, use past simple. This is the rule. And you can use past perfect tense at the beginning or at the end. At the end of the day, you have to convey the message, right? We will see another 2 to 3 examples. Another 3 examples. By the time I reached the bus station, my sister had already gotten an auto to return home. Here two actions happened in the past. First action was my sister had already gotten an auto. Second action was by the time I reached the bus station. Two completed actions in the past. Because he had done his homework, his mother allowed him to go out to play. What was the first action? He had done his homework. That was the first action in this sentence. And his mother allowed him to go out to play because he had completed his homework. So that is when his mother decided to allow him to go out to play. Look at final example. He had made wrong decisions until I guided him. Here first happened action was he had made wrong decisions. Until after some time, until I guided him. I guided him. This was the second completed action. I hope this is clear. I repeat again, once the concept is understood, you create your own examples. First go for small examples So don't make sentences complicated. Once you are familiar with the concept, then you go for long sentences. First done action equal to past perfect tense. Second done action equal to past simple. Here I have taken one example. You had already slept. This was the first action which happened in the past. When your mother called you for dinner, you had already slept. When your mother called you for dinner, you had already slept. It was the first action. After some time, not after some time, at the time your mother called you for dinner. First done action can be used at the beginning or at the end. Remember this. When you have two actions which happened in the past, use past perfect tense for first action, and for second action use past simple tense. I hope this is very clear. Thanks for watching.